Hello, my amazing artists. Today we're going to be creating a textured emu. And an emu is the second largest bird there is. The first is the ostrich. And texture is how something feels. So we're going to be starting with a piece of paper. You can use any paper that you have at home. I'm using just regular computer paper. I also am going to need a pencil. A Sharpie marker. If you don't have a Sharpie, you can use a black pen. I'm also going to be using colored pencils. If you don't have colored pencils at home, you could use crayons. So we're going to start with the eyes, right? And I would just like to trace with my finger where I want to put my eyes. And I'm going to angle them slightly and draw 2 circles. A trick, if you don't want to go ahead and draw by hand the circles, is you can take a glue stick or something that is a circular shape and trace it. So I'm going to trace my glue stick here. There we go. And I'm going to create a little circle off to the right side in each of the eyes. That's the highlight. I'm going to add a little bit of an eyelash and then also tracing the letter C within the eyes to show where the iris is. Okay, next I'm going to make the beak. So you could start with 2 dots and that will show where the sides of the beak will be. I like to figure out that first, and I'm going to trace with my finger. The beak curves up, there's a bump in the middle, and then it connects to the other side. All right, the bottom of the beak is a similar type of line, but your bump in the middle is going to be a little bit bigger. There we go. And then I want to create the line in the center of the beak like that, just mimicking that bottom line. And you need 2 holes on the top. It's where the emu can breathe out. And I'm just going to add some cross-hatching lines for some shading here. Just blend it a little bit with your finger. Okay, great. Now I'm ready to trace my lines with the Sharpie marker. Maybe I'll add an extra little eyelash here. And just because I created my eyes this way doesn't mean you have to make yours like this. If you want to be creative and make different type of eyes, if you want to do almond-shaped eyes, or maybe you add extra highlights, or maybe even add color in the eyes, that's up to you. There's lots of resources online. You could even look up different bird eyes. If you want to actually look at the emu's eyes, you can search a picture of the emu. Or you could even be silly and make silly eyes. Right? You are the artist, so you can create your artwork how you want it. And I'm going to trace the beak. Fill in these 2 holes. And this line here. All right, great. Now I am ready to add the texture. And remember, texture is how something feels, right? The ways we explain texture are soft, rough, smooth, hard, bumpy. So I'm going to add texture to make it look like he's a furry, hairy emu. I'm going to start on top of the nose and create these lines going up. You could blend colors if you want, and the way to blend with colored pencils is just to overlap the colors. So for example, where I can put blue on top of the red, it can blend and create some purple tones. I could create some orange tones by putting yellow on top of red. This is where you can have fun and use whatever colors you would like. So my texture lines are just going to go around and kind of form the head of the emu here. Speeding it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm ready for the neck. And I'm going to create vertical lines going down from the head. And I'm just going to break it up into sections. So this is the first section. Since I used a lot of warm colors in the head, I'm going to use some cool colors, the green, blue, and purple for the neck. If you want, you can make a pattern. That's up to you. And the last thing I'm doing is just overlapping some more, adding some extra details. And that is that. And I hope everybody has a great time creating their textured emus. I can't wait to see all of your awesome pictures. Have a great day.